Welcome ladies and gentlemen to this game on Shakuras Plateau. In the red trunks we have vGiAelonius, that's my best attempt to pronounce it, spawning in the southwest position. His opponent for this match will be totalrAbbit in the blue trunks, who is playing Protoss, and he is in the southeast position. There is a rather small air distance between both players, so as you can see VG is scouting with his overlord, as a Zerg should. Because of the air distance, we could expect to see some Phoenix or Void Ray play coming from totalrAbbit later on in the game, and we could see Mutalisk harassment of the mineral lines for VG. As we see, VG has done a extractor trick, getting one more drone, and with that drone it appears he is going to scout. totalrAbbit's probe has gone to the top right of the map, scouting for his opponent, and it appears by the direction of VG's drone that he is going to scout the same place. So if they meet in the middle, it will appear as if totalrAbbit's base is there. But we also see that VG's overlord is slowly making its way over to the base, so he can scout two places at once. We see totalrAbbit placing down a gateway at the ramp of his main base, so with a cybernetics core right here we should see a complete wall off. Now, since VG is playing as Zerg, that would be vulnerable to bailing busts, so we can expect photon cannons or a force stationed at this ramp where it can be force fielded to prevent bailings. We see VG's drone moving into the main now, and he will see that there is a wall off. totalrAbbit placing down a second pylon, which means if an early push does come, this gateway cannot be shut down easily because both of these pylons are powering the gateway. Nice little nibble by VG's drone, eating away at the probe. We see a spawning pool and an extractor going down for VG. The extractor is just as the pool is finishing, so we can expect to see Zergling speeds come into play. Rabbit's drone now in the main of VG, scouting, seeing what he can see. Cybernetics core is going down, and we see a zealot being pumped out, which should start to go and harass this drone anytime soon. As I said, cybernetics core going down, so we could see some warp gate play, and there is a pylon in the far corner of VG's base. We'll just check if he sees it. No, he doesn't. If totalrAbbit manages to get warp gates up before VG sees this, this could be rather devastating. The overlord is slowly making his way over, and he sees the pylon. So these Zerglings here should be able to take it out. We see an evolution chamber going down for VG, and metabolic boost is now about a third way done, so speedlings will be coming on the field soon. The drone of VG is still in totalrAbbit's base, getting plenty of scouting information, so he sees the three gateways, a cybernetics core. We have an expansion placed down for VG, and as a Zerg you should aim to stay one base ahead of your opponent at all times. If you're playing Zerg and your opponent is on the same number of bases of you, that can be rather bad. We see another gateway going down, so we are possibly looking at a full gate push sometime soon. Warp gate research is only now just being finished, and that probe is now gone. Oh no, took a swipe at it, but with its regenerations it's still alive. As we take a look around, we can see the hatchery at VG's natural is almost finished, so we can expect a drone transfer soon. An overlord just hanging around back. Now this is the modified version Shakuras Plateau, so there are destructible rocks going to this expansion here, whereas there used to be destructible rocks in the ramp here, also leading to a back door into the bases. Right, warp gate research almost being finished, and we see spine crawler being put down and melee attacks level 1. totalrAbbit is now putting down his expansion and his pylon, so he is now on equal bases. VG scouting around with Zerglings, checking for any proxy pylons, since he did see the cybernetics core and gateways, so he may be assuming a 4-gate or 3-gate push. Queen spreading creep tumors once it has the energy. Overlords are providing a fair amount of vision through the map. If VG grabs this Zelnaga tower, he will have a fair amount. He will have the majority of the vision across the map, giving him plenty of warning. The probe in Overlord has been sniped off. Missed that. As a consequence, VG is now supply capped. We see 3 sentries now on the field for totalrAbbit, which means he will be able to successfully block and hold this ramp for a fair amount of time. Nexus is almost finished, but the hatchery is finished. Additional lava have been birthed, so we can expect heavy droning. Well, he's going to Zerglings. More Zerglings at his base, so it appears that VG is going into a Zergling based play. No more upgrades have been researched. 3 more sentries being warped in with a Zealot, so totalrAbbit definitely favouring the defensive play, and which is a good thing, because with these Zerglings he will be able to split them off very nicely. We see a Stalker being picked off for bare minimal, and a Zealot being surrounded as well. Nice easy pickings for those Zerglings. Chrono Boost being saved up for totalrAbbit. He may decide to use them for the cooldown on the gates. Zergling's going to nice 4th field placement pick, and he takes plenty of Zerglings for free. VG must now realise that Zerglings alone aren't going to do this, and as we see, Lair is almost complete, and we see a baling nest going up. Interesting. Dual forges going down for totalrAbbit, so he will be going heavy into research. 2 more assimilators being put down at his natural, so he will have the gas income for it, but he'll also possibly have a gas income for Colossi. A robotics facility has been placed down. When that's complete, we may expect to see a robotics bay to enable the building of these Colossi. 2 more gateways being placed down now for totalrAbbit. 2 spine crawlers protecting the natural against any run-bys. Spine crawlers are now relocating due to the presence of that creep trio, so they can push out. We see totalrAbbit favouring a Zealot, Heavy and Sentry Force, and as we see, 4 photon cannons being placed down at the ramp of the natural. This also creates an effective funnel for any Zerglings or Balings, because again, if totalrAbbit is caught out of position somewhere, those Balings could do a lot of damage. Not as much as he would hope for an unexposed natural, but still plenty. We see a mass of Zerglings at the ramp of VG's natural. Zerg melee attacks 2 being researched, and we see ground weapons 1 and ground armor 1 for totalrAbbit now being researched. The baling nest has been finished, and he does have the minerals and gas of centrifugal hooks, so we can expect to see some baling play, possibly when that... there we go. Balings are now a real possibility with the research at centrifugal hooks, which is the speed upgrade. Robotics bay going down for totalrAbbit. Mortal now coming out onto the field. That should be followed up by an observer or Colossus. Zerglings going to have a poke around. Zealot defending the Zelnaga tower and easily getting the surround, but losing 2 Zerglings in the process. We have a take look at the army supply. It isn't favouring